Hello viewers, and welcome again to another edition of your program called Talk to the Camera with me, Kona Sesay. As plenty people on the raise awareness about gender-based violence, today the camera can work out with you now the Youth and Child Advocacy Network YACAN for talk to them as advocates and waiting and get for say on this matter, and also get the views of people now the streets of Freetown concerning gender-based violence. Now we go for go get your views. Hello man, welcome to this interview. Do please you go tell me your name.
I'm Esther King.
Alright, Mommy Esther, you go please tell me your understanding about domestic violence.
Really, domestic violence, not what you will find. Because one, like me now one victim. I be there with my own people there. My mama and own sister there, then go take me to my papa. They say they can't put me in school, but they no able put me in school. Then they sell soap. So later I run away, I go there with my papa for like we able go school. And now then make I able educate. But you know fine, you don't go raise picking take pick you up like don't go raise the people they hope say and they can't educate them for you the way you carry it and for can do for your own personal business. And that's not right. When you don't go take the picking say you can't put on school, for put on school, not for like can find money for you home. And not far you get picking at house, you own picking then they go school, and the picking then they go school. Then they can lead picking for go astray. And right now, them man they na street and they don't for the foolish people picking as picking they come up, you see they come up, you know almost see as the old. You go begin to say this and me woman say you go astray and picking back. Where then na oh small way they go school, say well me this cow then cow to me for can find money for them. So la make chance, let me say go astray. And when you go more astray, and people they apply and they go they feel say oh me picking they na school they go school. And don't no say no to school they picking they go they picking a business it can do.
Okay. So how you go rate domestic violence present in a salon? Is it that they on an increase or don't they decrease?
Me, what me see, I see like say it increase. Because every day they get different news say this man don't get people picking, almost months picking. It increase really.
What if you say need for be done in order for put a stop to them?
Well, what you want let them do? Like where the first lady don't say they don't get caught for the domestic violence. We say self glad if God make them able hold that side, we say go glad for that.
Alright, what's going to be your message to parents about taking care of them, picking them?
My message to parents, where you don't go give policy apply, don't go tell us that they can't take you picking, they can't put on school. I want to let you work with that. Don't go take people picking, they can't turn for you now host as month boy. Alright. For come do for you domestic work and host. And that can make picking self they frustrate.
Thank you very much, ma'am.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Hello, ma, and welcome to this interview. You go please tell me your name.
Mina Abibatu Kogoma.
Alright. Mommy Abibatu, what are your understanding on domestic violence?
Well, domestic violence now due to how the man they maltreat the woman, like if they get any afternoon, if na beat them. Some beats then can they, it not justify say if you do the woman then kind thing but Sunday he can beat, he only woman no more beat them. He left him because he get strength pass him and he able fit him, so he go do the thing in there.
Right. So how you go rate him present in a salon? How you go rate the domestic violence? Is it that the domestic violence don't they go on an increase or don't they decrease?
Well, it increase. It increase. Right. Yes.
Why you say they increase?
Because like what I tell you no more just soon. This strangeness contributes. So then kindena us better to know they for it. So if the woman do any afternoon, the man will can ask, wait to make this happen. Wait to make you do so. The man can they ask before the woman go answer now slap the game. Now kick the guy, box him, beat him. So I want. You see?
Right. So what if you say need for be done in order for see that this come to an end?
Well, like how I be they tell you no more just soon. This let them take action for the woman there. Okay. Because right a woman they no get strength and they no able fight. So now like wait I tell you no more. Now government them for take action against them people there. Right. Them man they waking do the woman then so.
What thing go be you want to woman they when a victim of such an act, but then they shame for come out and complain about this act way then they do against them?
Let them know shame or waiting. This is also shameful thing, no. Because boku people and then at the wall where they go through them thing they are. They know they hide and they come out plain and they talk am. They rape you, they come out plain you talk am. Then beat you, man they beat you. Come out plain you talk am. Let them solve this matter. But you hide them na problem. You see?
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hello, sir, and welcome to this interview. Do please tell me your name.
My name is Isatu Kona Sesay.
All right. Mr. Sheku, what you go tell me about gender-based violence and domestic violence?
My own family violence no dey. We like we self, family like themselves. Brother and big one, we all like we self. Nobody know the hating company. I don't think we own family if we don't hate woman before. No. Now that's how I can know about violence.
How you go rate am when it get for do with una young days them when una be young and presently?
Yeah. We on date. The kind of violence they today not been there before. We on date. For me on time today is sweet that time they pass today. Because we know they beat woman that kind bad thing where they happen now, it not been they happen before. Papa kin they sorry for Pikin, he sorry for his brother and Pikin, he sorry for his sister and Pikin, not they happen today. First time one man go take 5 person different family they keep I take care of and not do bad with her. It not they happen before. When I tell people then let them do them thing, then they let them sorry for people then. Not to bad they make country go before. Now good they make country go before. If we all good, now we business. If we all bad, now we business. So not to nobody in business. Nobody know they can make here for we. Now who they make here for we say. Now that normal they stop.
Alright, but what thing you get for say about what you need for be done for see that all the acts them now where they go wrong when it gets to do with gender-based and domestic violence come to an end?
I don't want to go interfere upon that they too much. I don't want to go interfere.
So what's going to be what to viewers then?
Me on side, I don't talk to. I want to let we talk to young people that let them stop violence. Let big one then advise everybody in young Pikin say this not good for we. It's not good for you, it's not good for him company. That's go better for we all. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hello to you and welcome to this interview. You go please tell me your name.
Name Advocacy Sesay.
Alright. Alaji, what are your understanding about domestic violence?
Me understand about domestic violence. Now then keep maltreat woman, beat her like as if you under control, try for do things against them, try for damage and when we say settlements need for day.
Okay. So how you go rate domestic violence presently in the country?
And they high in the country because I versatile to news, I list the news, the mob of rape, how they damage women and too much in the country right now.
Alright. So what do you feel saying are the reason for this?
The reason for this because like the law, because like the government need for put control into that. You can see like I can make example to the past month then like Khadija in case will be happen. We need see anything like that again because the case we just die. We not hear anything again but I see and try for prevail justice for the Pikin in that one.
Alright. So what thing go be you want to you company man when it gets for do with domestic violence against women?
Me you waiting on corner for just try for talk to me company man there. Try for tell and see domestic violence not nice. We all now one. We don't see woman now for near there. God even talk inside the and see now people there who not get sense like we. Now for put them don't talk to that. Try for buy there.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you too.
Hello to you, ma, and welcome to this interview. Mina Kona Sesay from Sierra Network. You go please introduce yourself.
Mina Mrs. Siamari Jaba, Head of Operations, Youth and Child Advocacy Network, Yakan.
Alright. How long you done the work as activist for youth and picking them?
For the past 7 to 8 years now. Okay. I remember I'll start way back in 2011, 2012, yeah.
Alright, what's not be experience so far?
I don't see a lot. I don't come across a lot of issues. One we get for do with community perception, in terms of changing mindset about issues, and we get for do with woman and girl picking them in general. And one we get for do with compromise. There are some cases you dey come across. People they think say because I know this person, so you need for treat the issue with this kind casual look. This na me fumble or I sabi this person. So all of this experience battle, but I can tell everybody in the world of social work, if you get a passion for what you dey do and you want for serve humanity, you definitely get for look at the justice part of it, because it might be you or your daughter or any of your relative will go fall in that kind of circumstances, and you no go want let anybody tamper with waiting at the evidence. So that I can tell anybody where they do social work, and even the one they the college right now say me a social work student, it's about the passion and believe in what you do and just continue for doing the right way. That's it.
All right. What can you go tell me about gender-based violence?
Well, in our society today, woman and girl picking them in general, they struggle a lot when it comes to gender-based violence. Especially the one we get for do with sexual gender-based violence and even domestic violence. Over the years, this is not the second project we would implement we get for do with GBV. We don't try for raise awareness in the community, but there is this thing that we continue for exist in the community, and if we as development workers do not try for deal with them, it will be problem. There is this normalcy that all of this thing where they happen in normal. Now normal something don't mean anything, you understand? So Kumbra can beat him picking mercilessly to the point that able for tinap for worker for himself. But I don't think saying anything, not a big deal and what. So all of these things don't they exist, and for not try for like address some of them things and the way get for do with perception and culture and normal thing. Even when they're picking you say I know why and to other person lay left. So you understand me? So at times I can pause and say really we really get a lot for do when it comes to gender based violence, especially changing the mindset of community people, and more especially to parents them, because most of the compromise cases then we get it start from the parents, because now the parents are in the begin first put and tipping in tap and they are no one for your ear other side. So that tells you that even you where they go help them, and no one forget anything for do with you, except you get for like cancel them, you get for engage them continuously. They monitor them, they talk to them for they understand say this speaking in future they at risk. You need for step up, because now you will get your case, now you get for put seriousness. And police, even we win a social worker them, if you go to police, then the one we get in case they bear you, it don't mean anything. So we really need for change this kind of thing where they say na normal something this don't they happen, it don't mean nothing. So it don't affect me a lot in terms of delivering our work. You understand me? And we don't see a lot of cases them don't be wiped down under the carpet, because the parents they no one for let them prosecute and case them. The parents they not think say then go get the justice where they required. So it better la left and this is not important. You understand me?
Yes. And the issue of making people get for realize say this not just something where you go say according to you tip in tap and day, nothing we for settled inside us. What in your can don't they do for bring awareness to people in that aspect today?
So we get a lot of structures them. If you go to school, we get what we call peer educators club in schools. We catch them when they are young. If they get the knowledge on their issues there, so they tell you what, they're not going to allow somebody for touch any of them private party, you understand me? So we get with peer educators club where we train them on the different laws that we get for protect and picking them. And we also get what we call community action groups at community level. We also they work with the CWC. All of the structures now for lay the raise awareness. We cannot do it alone as you can. So we set up the structures and they at community level for help support the advocacy, so things could work out well. I believe say when in the area and from the young picking them, the young man they or them brother them, the message they go down well. And at that we don't they do over the years, even though it's difficult, but I believe with time we will get there.
All right. So like as somebody where don't they work for picking them and woman then, with the issues there so for a very long time now, how you go get them presently in a salon?
I believe the issue, even though for what you're glad for the awareness done the day, because I don't a lot of cases they know they go to police. So I know say the reporting aspect is high, you understand me? But in terms of who side the case the end, that's where the problem is. That's where the gap is, because people will report case but they no go follow up again. So that's it. So, but for the reporting aspect, is high, even though the rate at which GBV they happen within the community as a whole, even the country as a whole, is very, very high. And I think we really get for look into, and we really need for do something, because many of we just fortunate we find ourselves in the development world, you understand. But we get a lot of young people and we don't get the knowledge we don't get the ideas about these issues. We think say it's not important, but it's really important, and it's killing our society. Because if we get a society wherein all of our girls are abused, then you can imagine what we go get out of them. So we really get for do a lot in terms of changing and find ways for clear the gap than this, so people will get confidence in the system. People will be able for like follow up on and case them and get justice at the end of the day.
All right. Speaking of follow up in cases, when people they can make reports about gender-based violence. Let's say, for instance, somebody when we they with a man, the man they beat him and he come for make that report. Say, but then the man also in there. What una can do for see that person they get justice? Be it that now the man in us in there.
So first, they support the victim for report the matter to the family support unit. The family support unit get the Ministry of Social Welfare with and they partner with, and the Ministry of Social Welfare also gets local organizations where they provide temporal shelter to some of them victims, and so we do more of referrals, you understand me, and also support the victim for get psychosocial support in terms of, at times we women them, when something can happen, we get this psychological part of it where can really need for be dealt with. If not, it will cause another thing. So we the support in that aspect, but we still work with all of these organizations where they provide shelter for immediately attend to that woman day. So if you go back, the man no go knock her or no go say anything to them. But the police self, then they do the own best part of it. Like I tell you, the local policing partnership board now the community also get a role within the play in terms of mediating between the man and woman and make the man understand say this now in partner not to in beatbox. So all of these things we don't get good success stories in terms of then cases standing at the community.
Okay. As a social worker, we don't work for girl picking them and woman them over the years. What if you say need for be done in order for see that this gender-based violence come to stop in Sierra Leone?
One, I think say the system they need for work properly. We not say then they, but the need for they in full operation. Because if we get a good system where they run, people go on for go and make them case and get confidence, say I will get the justice where I need. Then we also need for do more of community engagement. In doing this work, we not for forget the community, because now they all think they start. And then you say back now they all see the end. You understand me? So we really need for engage the community, the duty bearers and the communities and the chief them. The soways them, all of these people and very, very important, the religious leaders and very important in terms of reducing or stopping gender-based violence now in community then. So everybody gets a role for play. The parents get a role for play. The pikin self gets a role for play. So this now all man business. If we all not put hand on deck, we know see what we want for see for we picking them. But now we all come together and work as one and see we self say we are partners in developing our communities and we serve, that go make we go achieve for stop and reduce gender-based violence in our community.
What will be your message to viewers out there, especially people in way now victims of gender-based violence, but them they afraid for come out and bring them complaints?
I know it's tough, it's difficult looking at the community discrimination, the name calling, it's really difficult, but just take the courage, because it's not easy for let they abuse somebody and they come out say I am a victim of this. It really heartrending. So but don't give up, because there is life. In life, everything gets a time. Maybe at that time where that thing they happen to you, somebody not be there for help you. But if you come out and talk about it, then somebody definitely go give you a shoulder where you go lean on. And we really want for encourage them also, for let them step up. We understand. We know it's difficult, but just come out with your story and people go there, we go support you for get the justice where you want. And never too late. And nothing say because they don't abuse you, so you don't get anything for doing life. There is a greater prospect ahead of you. So just keep up and continue for keep your faith and continue for work hard. Things will get better.
All right, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Una self don't listen from the head of operations from the Youth and Child Advocacy Network Yakan concerning gender-based violence. It's all concerning some challenges them way they don't face over the years when it gets to do with gender-based violence, and also it's all concerning when it gets to do with people where they shy away for come forth and bring their issues them when it gets to do with gender-based violence, and also send message to people them out there when are victims of gender-based violence for come out and bring them case forward. Una also don't listen from different views of people when it gets to do with gender-based violence. We bring the program come to you today. My name is Kona Sesay. Till we meet again to another edition of Talk to the Camera, I say tata.